There we
Hello, hello. Welcome to Awkward Channeling.
go. Hey, everybody. Today we are talking about mermaids.
We are water beings, right?
Mermaids, yes, water beings, mermaids, and all kinds of cool stuff. But oh, I've always been drawn to mermaids. I've always had like a loved them, and I'm way older than the little Disney Little Mermaid
Oh,
cartoon,
yeah.
But oh, what was it?
I can't imagine that we didn't have mermaids as kids, though. Like,
Yeah,
in some way, just wasn't Disney's. Well, maybe it
I want
was.
to say there was some show. Like we had Aquaman, didn't they have like Atlantis? They did
I
have
don't
an
know. Like,
Atlantis TV show. Remember?
I did weird stuff like watch Speed Racer, and
Right.
he was teaching me how to drive on the San Diego freeways.
Yeah, but they've
I
been
was not
around
a
like,
girl.
huh?
Yeah. I was not a girl.
Right. Me either.
Yeah.
I never played, but I got some little notes, and it said that the oldest mermaids stories came back from ancient Assyria around 1000 BC, which I didn't realize they went back that far.
Yeah.
Really cool. And we're going to be pulling and channeling messages from Rachel's Fae Oracle deck, Elemental Magic, because she has some really, really cool. I've channeled a lot of them already, doing my card pulls and all. And I even have other videos, and we love their energy that they have. And
Yeah.
they each have different messages, but they all kind of go together. Did you notice that? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
is
They
it kind of,
do.
huh?
They do. They do kind of go
Oh,
together.
yeah.
I'm just
So,
realizing we also have a question from a viewer that we had submitted, which I didn't get a banner made for, but we'll also talk about that. I don't know. Do we end with that? Do we start with that? What do you think, honey? We never really
I thought we were going to do it at the end.
at the end.
We'll
Okay,
save
so at
time
the
for
end,
it. We'll save
we're
time.
going to have the answer to one of our viewers'
Yeah,
questions, which is a good one.
very.
So
Yeah. I'm glad he sent it in because we
yeah,
love it when people, want us to answer
yeah.
questions or request that we channel somebody. We absolutely love that. So if you have somebody or a question, please drop it in the comments, send us a message,
Yeah. Yeah. If
whatever.
you're connected with us on social media in any way, just send
Right.
us a message or comment. It's perfectly fine. This is kind of a celebration in my mind, which is interesting because I have celebrates the
Yeah.
fairy mermaid, but he's really our first one to really officially submit a question.
Right.
So I really am grateful for that and kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
excited.
It
We
is.
want to answer questions.
I love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah. So at the
And
end, we will get to that, and that's for
so, do you want me to start?
yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
feel I always feel like you should start, and it's
Okay.
because I'm always like still trying to get myself on track.
Oh no. Well, the first card I had, and we went through and kind of divvied them up, asked our pendulums who wanted to talk to who, and I always feel like I'm saying her name wrong. Elflia. She's a lava mermaid. She's really cool,
Yeah, she really
and
is.
her message is flow. And in the book, it says lava mermaids are fire mermaids who regulate lava flow to cleanse sacred sites. They are gorgeous ebony creatures with flowing fire like hair. They are powerful and have roots in Lemuria. And many lava mermaids live in Hawaii and at other sacred sites. So, and I don't know if I got it close, but you can see how cool she
Mhm.
is. And should I
Yeah.
read the message or just bring in the message?
Bring her in.
I'll just bring
See
her
what
in.
she has to say.
Okay, Ethly, what you got?
That's what we're here for, right?
All right. It's just weird today. Again, as usual. What's new?
We're just weird. Embracing it.
Yes, my pretties. My message is to flow, to just go with the flow of your healing, not of anyone else's. Do not let others tell you that you are doing something wrong or it is not right, because just because it's not right for them does not mean it's not right for you. And it is so important that you stay in your flow and just open up and let energy flow through you. Let, if they have negative energy, just let it flow away. There are so many ways that you could bring flow into you. And it is just really, really important that you stand your ground and not let anyone tell you that you are doing something that's not right. If it feels right to you, then you go with it and you stay with it because that is your path. Let the others go about their merry way. But that was quick. And that was not what I was expecting from her. I didn't think it was going to go in that direction. Okay. But
Yeah.
and that's true too. I see so many people, especially on TikTok. Oh, that's not right. They're doing this wrong. And it's like, but just because it doesn't work for you doesn't mean it's not right, you know?
Well, and that's the thing. Like, in a lot of spiritual stuff, there really is no right or wrong.
Right.
I mean, there are obviously things you don't want to do, but those are pretty common sensey, honestly.
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, I just think that we're all very unique beings, but we're here in a world where it tries to tell us that we have to do things in one way.
Right.
And what we're doing and what we've been doing is breaking out of that and realizing that, you know, they're saying fit in this box, be like everybody else, be normal. There really isn't a normal. So there's no
No.
box. And, it's just so chaotic to try to do things in one way because we're all so unique. So I
Right.
think it's important that we really, uh, we really, I've had a problem with words lately. I'm so sorry. That we really embrace our uniqueness
Yeah.
and realize that there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody's unique.
Absolutely. Right.
None
And
of
I'm
us are
glad
the
you
same.
said that because even though she doesn't want a channel, but Rachel has a card for that too. I love Silla. Be uniquely
Oh
you.
yeah,
I've channeled her
yeah,
so many
another
times,
water being, right? Like,
right?
I mean, we can talk to water beings all day long from
It's
her
like,
deck.
oh, I just turned my camera. Just be true to yourself. Don't worry about what other people.
Yeah, I think it's important. It's really important. And another thing, well, no, that's not important. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm assuming we're taking turns. So I am going to talk to um, Milo, the crystal mermaid.
Yeah.
And her card in this deck is self forgiveness. We'll see if that's what she wants to talk about. But let's give you just the little info, the tidbit on her from Rachel's book. Crystal mermaids guard sacred ritual crystals that hold the power of the great central sun. These beautiful beings have been around since Atlantis and Lemuria, where they guarded these crystals. Call in their beautiful crystalline blue light to help clear yourself of dense collective consciousness energy that can block you or lower your frequency. Oh, I didn't realize that about them.
Yeah.
So, blue light. All right, let's see if what she has to tell us today. All right, one second. I feel so out of practice. It's ridiculous.
You get it.
Yes, hello. I am here. I am present, and I am happy to come talk to you today. I love to have these opportunities to be present with you all. And I do want to stick to self forgiveness today in this topic. I think this is very, very important. You are all busy understanding how to forgive, but most of you are forgetting about yourself. And to forgive yourself for the decisions that maybe you've made, or the things you were pushed into, or allowing someone to treat you a certain way, or allowing certain things to take place in your life. one of the important things to understand about anything that you may call a misstep or a mistake or a bad experience, those were all necessary in your lives. Those were not mistakes. They were important steps to teach you what you know now. And if you can look back at that and you can see that there was a reason for every step I've taken, even the ones that felt awful. There was a reason. And when I came out of it, I learned so much and I was so much stronger in the end. And then realized that a part of you is still possibly holding that against yourself. So bring in self forgiveness. Show that part of you how you learned and how you strengthened or how you shifted your path, or it can be so many things. And sometimes that is a little difficult. And I would love to offer for you to call me in and ask for my assistance. I am perfectly happy to help you connect yourself to that peace. But the deepest spiritual understanding about the bad things or the mistakes or the difficulties in your lives are that you're learning something from it. And once you move past it, you can see what you were learning and you can move forward with that lesson, which is what helps you not repeat that. So if you're repeating themes, it's important to understand that you're missing why that was happening and to kind of step back from it and ask for assistance with understanding that. I would love to help with that. Many beings, many guides, many angels can help you understand that too. But bring in the piece of self forgiveness throughout your life. This is very imperative at this time. Don't hold things against yourself that were actually helping you in the end. That is my message today.
That's a good message too. So important.
It really is. And I do find that if people I work with, it's the last thing they're doing.
Right.
It was the last thing I did. I never even thought, oh, I have to forgive myself for allowing those things to go on, for bringing that into my life. Like those are important pieces,
Oh,
really important pieces. But Crystal Mermaid.
ooh, yeah.
All right. Hopefully somebody finds that hopeful out there.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great message.
Christine. It is hard to do, girl. Takes a practice.
Okay. Absolutely.
Right. We're going to hear from Kendall.
Next is Kendall. She's a mermaid. I'm trying to get her picture up there.
She's so cute.
Yeah,
Christine, Grace.
I know, receiver.
That's another thing that's hard to do.
I swear they make me pull the cards that I need to hear too.
Oh, of course. You don't think this applies to me?
Oh, I know.
That is what they do. You know, even the people they bring to us that have similar issues, as we know what to tell them to do, if we have the awareness, we understand we're teaching ourselves too. So it's important. Anyway, sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
We're going to do your question at the end?
Huh?
We're going to do his question at the end.
Oh, yeah. So in the book, it says mermaids are a very diverse group of elementals. There's so many different kinds. Many are from Atlantis, like this one. And perhaps you were a mermaid there as well, as was I. They want to help us have emotional freedom and let our emotions flow into a positive state by releasing all that's not serving us. So let me bring Kendall in. And
I like Kendall. She's great.
I do. Excuse me. Hello, yes. Once you reach a certain point, it is so important for you to realize, and we have mentioned this many times before, that you need to receive with grace. And that means be open and accepting and know that you do deserve all that the universe is wanting to bring in for you. Many of you feel like you're, for one reason or another, that you are not deserving. And that is farthest from the truth. And do not come from a place of scarcity, which many of you do, the universe has enough to offer for everyone on the planet to get everything they wish for, everything they want. So do not feel that you are taking from someone else by asking for the things that you want or need. It is also important to come from a place of gratitude as well. Many of you already know this, but you fall to the wayside. You'll do it for a little bit, then drop off and don't do it as much as you should. And we're not asking for some big grand gestures, just simple thank yous. If you receive something, just thank you. Do not turn anything away that anyone is bringing forth for you, no matter how small. Because when you do put that no out there, you are telling the universe that you do not want this abundance, that you do not need it. So it will stop the flow from coming forward to you. So no matter how uncomfortable you may, well, if it's something that makes you feel very uncomfortable, like it's not good, that is a different story. But if someone is offering to buy you a soft drink or a coffee or, anything like that, accept it with grace, receive it with grace, and just a simple thank you. That's all that is needed. And it is so important because many of you have this, oh no, I can't let someone do this for me because it makes you feel bad. But realize that is the universe coming to you to show you that we are here to help you bring forth. And there's those little things that open the way for the big. So please keep this in mind. And you can call on all of us to help remove the blocks that you may have that are keeping you from receiving. Whether it's mental or spiritual, we can come in and remove them for you. So please do not hesitate to call. We love you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
She is so sweet.
She is really sweet. She has a really sweet energy.
Uh-huh.
It's funny that she's talking about gratitude because, that has been something I've really been trying to work on. And it's little things. It's just like, I'm so grateful I was able to make a couple of pendulums for people. I'm so grateful that, this is coming through. Even if
Yeah.
it's not really here, but to just be like, I'm so grateful for these opportunities.
And it doesn't have to be, like me this morning, because, that's the message I got from Rachel yesterday. It was
Gratitude.
And I'm like, okay. And this morning, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm grateful for coffee. It's like,
Yeah.
it's anything that you're grateful for. You just have to bring it in and keep practicing. So you don't have to come up with these grand, oh, I'm grateful my toe doesn't hurt today, stuff.
Right. Yeah. It can be anything. Everything. Apply it to
Right.
everything that just expands in your life.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but like receiving used to be a really big problem for me. And I've worked so hard on it, but it was like, oh, no, 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 like immediately,
Right.
and
That's
if
true.
you
And I
find
still
yourself
struggle
even
with
saying,
it sometimes. Yeah.
yeah, well, even if you find yourself saying no to a compliment or something like that, that's receiving. And when you do that, you just solidify that you don't want anything.
Right.
And that's just not what we want to be pushing forward. But what we don't realize is those little things, those are what gets in our way. They build and build and build.
Yeah.
So really look at those little pieces. So if somebody even says something nice to you and you're like, oh, that's silly, or whatever, like, oh, you didn't have to say that, or, oh, you don't have to do that. Like, that's like such a shutting down for the universe.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that at all. We used to
Right.
do it with everything.
Oh, me
You couldn't
too.
even be nice to me and me not say, "Oh, no, don't do that." It's ridiculous.
Yeah, me, I'm bad about, oh yeah, whatever. Uh-huh.
Right, yeah, dismissing
Yeah,
is
I'm
also
bad.
some of the same thing, and that's how we end up being stuck in the lack.
Right.
I got myself good and stuck in that.
Yeah.
for a long
And,
time.
and it's like she said too, because I'm like, I don't want to take from somebody else, and we're not.
Yeah.
We're not doing
We're
that.
not. No, oh God, no, no, we're not. Christine says, I had someone offer to help me yesterday with some landscaping. My first instinct was no, but I heard a voice. Oh, good. When someone wants to help, let them. Yes.
Also,
So important.
very.
So important. It really opens up so much in our lives. I mean, what a great message. Okay, so we're going to move to celebrate, which is when Tana, the fairy mermaid, isn't she pretty?
She is. I like her.
Kind of a cool. It's kind of a cool. She's just like bent over backward swimming. I would love to be doing that right now. Let's look and see what Celebrate is, and what information about her with the fairy mermaid. Fairy mermaids are small winged mermaids that inhabit the fairy and mermaid element together. I see them flying or swimming. These delightful creatures are always with me and often tell me I have been one in a past life. So that's from Rachel's book. Yeah, they're just really an interesting. Let's bring her in and see what. I remember one of these I channeled one time, and I was like, I feel moist everywhere. Like I just came out of the water. It was so funny. Did you feel that way when you were just channeling the other ones?
No, but one time when I channeled the lava mermaid, I was so
Hot. Yeah.
hot. Yeah. That was
All right. Let's see if we can bring Tana in. Yes, I'm here. I'm here celebrating with you. I am celebrating all these messages and all that you're talking about. And I really, really enjoy listening. I love that you have brought us all together today, that you are bringing us so much love and authenticity. And we really, really enjoy it very much. We want to remind each of you to celebrate every chance you get. All the little things, all the big things. You can celebrate just to celebrate. You don't have to have a reason. Turn on the music, dance, open your heart to the joy of celebration. Bring that into your life in every moment that you possibly can. When you catch yourself feeling a little off, like this one was today, she was having a difficult time. And when she got to speak to her grandkids, it opened up a joyousness right before we got here. And that's beautiful. And I want those moments to be celebrated. I would love for you to see how unique life is for each of you and celebrate that. Celebrate that you were able to get up out of bed and accomplish something. I don't care if all you accomplished was having a cup of coffee. Celebrate it. When you bring the celebration energy in, it will expand. It will expand so much in your life. You will find the motivation. When you're feeling a lack of motivation, celebrate something. Celebrate anything in any way. Celebrate. Bring that, bring that expansive, happy, joyous, excited energy into your lives. And if you need assistance with that, you can always call me in. You could call any of us in and ask us to help to expand. Call your angels, call your guides, your joy guides, whoever. Bring us in, open up to the magic. Open up to the magic of what is around you and within you. Connect into that joyousness. It is amazing how that can open up your life. That is what I wanted to talk about today, and I hope that this is found helpful. And I send love to you. Thank you. Kind of felt like she had something else to say. Okay. Woo.
That's so true.
Very happy.
Because once you got that call, I mean, you could just see it in your face, and it just, it's like, yay.
So right before we came on, like a minute before,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, come on, you guys. What is wrong with me? Pull me, raise my vibration, do something, right? And my phone rings, video call from my daughter. And I'm like, okay, we're going to start a couple minutes late. And I was like, I answered the call, and my grandson, who has really not forgiven me for moving away. We've been gone 2 years, and he barely speaks to me, doesn't touch me on video anymore or anything. He wanted to show me that he moved his room around, and I cannot tell you what kind of joy that brought me. And I knew Spirit did that.
Oh, definitely. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, so
They were like,
great.
"You have to help, here it is." And really, that just solidifies, like,
Right.
all we have to do is ask. Ask
Right.
and allow. Be willing to receive.
Right.
Super important. Sorry. I have tears. But it was a funny thing that happened right before.
Right. Well, you needed it, and they're like, "Here you go."
Yeah. Well, I asked for it.
I love it. You know.
Yeah, the phone rang, and I was like, "We got 1 minute and 9 seconds." So funny. Anyhow. Yeah, she's, I really do like that. I really like that. Like, celebrate. Find
Right.
any little thing to celebrate. Making a cup of coffee and getting to sit, like this morning, I got to sit on the couch with the blankie. It was cold in here. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Arizona's not cold very often. So, like, celebrate that. I should have been celebrating that. That would have
Yeah.
helped me.
Oh, I have been. We finally got
Lesson
some
learned.
cool mornings too, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Christina's here too. Hi, Christina.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So, do we want to go ahead and do the question?
Yeah, we can. I did do, hold on, let me find
Did
that.
you do-
Sorry. Oh, I did. Okay. Question from a viewer. That's as far as I got. So we'll have to read the question. I do have it pulled up on my phone. Oh, if I can clear my eyeballs enough to see. Shauna is always highly emotional. So,
Oh.
okay. So the question is, I think I'm going to ask you to start the channel on this, but when humans were created, why was it chosen to hide the truth and all the answers within one's heart? And
Yeah.
why was it intended to be hidden, and why in the heart? Which,
Okay.
I mean, I could just answer, but
Yeah.
I figured we'll check out.
And I
I have a feeling you talked about Jesus this morning.
yeah, he was
Is
wanting
Jesus
to,
present for this answer? Because I think he might be. And I'll just keep the question up, so if you kind of trail off, I can tell you if there's a part you haven't.
Okay. Yeah, and Jesus is my master teacher guide, and I find it funny to me that he came to me because he was hijacked by religion. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, So it
He's very
doesn't matter
different
if you're quote Christian or not. So
Oh no, your internet.
he's just a really cool dude. I love him. Okay,
Let's get to it. Your internet's failing. Just go.
That is a very good question. And one of the reasons is because you come to this 3D earth to learn those very things that you asked about. That is part of this whole mission that you are on. You are here for an experience. You're here on a mission to learn, to grow, and to teach others as well. Many find this to be a little unsettling in a way, but one thing you must realize is when you are on the other plane and you are choosing your missions in your light being form, you do not have the emotions or the ego that you have in this 3D earth. You want to come and experience these things because they do not just help you grow on earth, but it helps your light body grow as well. Yes, you are a light being, but you never stop learning because there are so many things that you need to experience. We know that there are some very horrible things that happen on your planet, and it is hard to imagine that someone would want to go through these things. And a lot of it is also a way to get rid of karma in a way. Some who come in disabled will wipe out a lifetime of karma.
Mhm.
It's a little hard to describe it all in a way that the human brain can understand, if that makes sense.
Yes.
But I'm searching for the word. It is necessary. And if you come in knowing these things, you can't grow. And that is part of the process. Like a baby coming into the world, they do not come in knowing how to talk and to walk. So you have to learn how, like these two learned how to channel the energy healing. You come in and you learn these just as I did. I had to learn everything I did as well. That is why I traveled the world and went from guru to guru. I did not know these things when I was born either. I had to learn them as well. But you also have to reach a certain point to bring in nothing but love. That is the final level, if you will, is when you are pure love. That is when you ascend, if you will. And some can get there quicker than others. It's just how you choose to do it. Was there another part?
He was asking, why was everything kind of hidden in the heart? Why in the heart? Which I think I understand, but
Because the heart is the center and everything is tied to love.
yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So in essence, we're learning to drop from the mind and from the 3D world into our inner world and our
Yeah,
hearts, which is really where all of that lives. It's
right.
one of our main ways to connect. They talk a lot about the pineal gland, but the truth is our
The
heart center
that's
is really it. Like if we can
right.
get out of the brain and into the heart,
That's where
then it
love
makes such a
is.
huge difference. That's where our wisdom comes. It's like we get connected into that, you
Mm-hmm.
know. It's not
And
always
so
easy
many
to
of
do.
us, I know me especially, we have so many barriers around our hearts. We have to work
Yes.
on that
Oh,
too. Yeah.
it's definitely one of the first places, when you start healing or you start getting, in touch with spiritual people, it's like we got to clear the heart. We got to move those heart walls. We've got to break down those barriers that we've placed because maybe it wasn't safe to be loving or, what have you through our lives. And we have to learn that it really is safe.
Right.
And how things are different and how when we learn why we were experiencing what we were
Right.
experiencing, then it's safe and things change and it's a journey, girlfriend.
It is.
It really is. So
But it's
can you
worth
let us
it.
let us know if that really answered your question,
Yeah.
if you
I think so.
understand what he was
Yes,
meaning.
I mean, I feel like he was wanting to say more, but he really couldn't find the words in my brain. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
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 Like
Yeah.
our little bitty minds can't really comprehend the
Well,
full
and I
scope of it. If
yeah, I can't imagine he wouldn't have the same problems with me too, because I'm a pretty simple speaker. I am not,
no,
I'm not fancy about nothing and I don't care. But my understanding about this, so when he asked this question, I was like, well, I could answer that question, but I'm not going to. Let's channel it. Let's see
yeah,
what there is there. And I do feel like, it's important that we come here and we have the journey.
right,
It's like taking a test. If you walk to the test with all of the answers, there's no challenge and it's
right,
a waste of your time.
right.
But if you've learned the knowledge and you reach for the knowledge within you, which, for me was always like this, because that's where my guides are,
Yeah,
if you reach for that knowledge then you're opening up something and you're having an experience. Otherwise, it would be
Yeah, I mean,
waste of
and I love how he mentioned that, even he had to learn. I mean,
yes.
when you think of him, you think, oh, he comes in all knowing, and that wasn't the
Can you
case.
imagine some of the experiences that he must have had? I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
really?
Yeah.
To be who he was at that time? Like,
Right?
what a path, like, what a journey. But
Yeah.
you know what I really enjoyed hearing was something that I hadn't thought about before, which is how we are also growing our light body. It's not that we're just here to
Yeah.
learn these lessons, it's literally growing our light bodies.
Right.
Our true beings
Yeah.
are receiving growth in light body and understandings.
Yeah. That was neat too. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. So I'm hoping that that really, kind of
I
gives
hope
him a
so.
good answer. And he feels somewhat satisfied. And I will
Yeah.
tell you that these understandings take time. So I don't
Yeah.
care how many times you have to ask that same question. It's okay to ask it because
Oh,
you have to, I think we have to hear it from different sources, honestly,
right.
until we really get the understanding. And I always describe it, now I describe it like there'll be some understanding that I'm trying to really grasp, and I know it's coming, and it feels like it's just floating around in my energy, and I'll be like, "Oh, wait, oh, yeah, no, I don't quite get that yet."
Yeah.
Like, it's okay, so we ask questions, and we ask them in different ways, and we ask different beings and different people, and, it's so important to be curious
Oh,
and to
definitely.
gather information.
Answers questions at all.
Yeah, but understand that not one of us has the entire answer.
No.
Nobody does.
No.
So the more people you talk to that have different perspectives or different
Right.
connections or different openness, different
Exactly.
filters that they're living through, that's how we get those deeper understandings. It took me a long time to get this one and
Right.
not feel like, you know, because how many people do you talk to that are like, why would we do this?
Oh, yeah.
And that's just us being stuck in the humanness of it. But it's really so much deeper and so much
Oh,
bigger
yeah.
than that. This whole journey really is. It's very interesting.
It is.
But I will say that I am glad I did not understand that at a younger age. Because I probably wouldn't have kept going through this.
Right.
I'd have been like, yeah, well, I got it now. I'm going. It was such a rough life. So,
Right.
but hopefully that's helpful. And I hope that these messages have been helpful today.
I think there's some really good messages we had today.
I think so too. And I
Mhm.
will say that, if any of you are, he mentioned bringing through, the healing energy and stuff. And,
Yeah.
I kind of want to pull that into your Reiki 1 class because if you don't have Reiki or anything yet, Reiki is a really great way to help yourself and experience
Fantastic.
healing for yourself. And I believe that with that comes so many understandings. It just
Oh,
makes it
yeah.
easier for us to open up.
It opens you up more, because you're clearing your chakras when you do your daily healings. And I
So like
mean,
the heart wall issues get
right. Oh, yeah. I mean, it made such a difference
yeah,
in me. I can only speak from experience, and just
yeah.
in my whole family was just, they were like, oh yeah, whatever, until they saw the change in me. And when I started, doing stuff with them, they're like, wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Highly recommend it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's fully virtual at your own pace, everything's on
Mhm.
video and remote
Yes, take your
attendment.
time with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just really helpful. And and I will tell you, my journey was different. I was not able and allowed to do any kind of training really until well, like 5 years ago. So
Yeah.
I got Reiki 5 years ago, but they had me running the angelic energy
Yeah.
from really early on when I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but they assured me it was helping and not hurting anyone. So, if you come, just so you know, we all kind of come in with a bit of a modality anyway.
Oh yeah.
Um, so, if you want to get started and you don't know automatically where to start, Reiki's a perfect place to
Oh,
start.
it is, because it's so gentle, and
It
it
really is.
no harm. It can do no harm. So,
Yeah.
and I always, one of my favorite things was that I learned in my first class was like you said, everybody has the abilities, because when it is like, what's the first thing you do when you get hurt? Your hand goes
We
to
shake it
wherever
off.
you get it, and that's your
Yeah.
soul remembering, because we used to do all these things years until it was programmed out of us. So, and it's just
Yeah. And we have always, my family was always the shake it off people, right?
right.
Except until we got to my youngest, Jessica. She
Yeah.
was I said make it better kid, but it's love, right? We're applying love. Shaking it off is like, nope, we're not holding that. We're not going to hold that experience. Like, that was an important piece for my family because there's a lot
Yeah.
of trauma. So it's very interesting. Christine says she finds it interesting to learn about the different types of mermaids. We think so too.
Right.
Like, there is so many different.
There's so
I
many
mean, I don't
elementals,
even think.
period, that it's just wow,
And we didn't even talk to Stop and Rest, which
right?
is Chatalda, the ice mermaid. There's so many.
Yeah.
There's a vast. And you know what? I'm just going to take a second to say, get this deck. If you have
Oh
any
yeah.
interest in understanding more about the Fae and elementals, which is all kinds of beings, you would really be surprised.
Yeah.
Simple to understand, lots of good
Very.
information. And it's from Rachel Chamness, which
Right.
is a really true, authentic person who is doing her very best to just bring through as much truth as possible to help people.
Yeah.
So it's a great deck. It really is. I think
It is.
Christine might actually have it, but it's a really good deck too. And I don't think I have
It is.
a banner for it, but it's called Elemental Magic and
Yeah.
Manifestation. And if you're in the US, you can get it on Amazon.
Yeah.
If you are outside the US, you got to get it on her website, which is soundwavesheal.com. So if anybody needs that information, you can always drop a comment. Be happy to throw some links in there for you. And the same with the Reiki class. It's on Joelle's website, which is celestialwhispershealing.com. All right, so the advertisement is over, and
Shauna's
no.
pendulums.
Okay.
Best pendulum I've ever had, and not just the pendulums. Shauna's angel pods are amazing.
Oh yeah, the angel pods are fun.
Absolutely.
We both offer lots of things.
Yeah.
Shauna sent me
We're
embarrassed.
brave about one another enough.
Yeah. So, and we're happy to help if there's some way that we can help. So keep this in mind. But we really appreciate your presence with us here. And the questions, if you have questions, submit us some questions.
we
Like, we would
questions.
love to be able to segment every time with some kind of question. That would be amazing. So please, please, please do so if you have anything.
Yes. More than happy. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Christine has experienced my pods.
They are. I totally agree.
Yeah. They help me too when I remember to do it. Anyway, everybody take care. We love you. And
Thank you.
we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Okay. Bye.